Well, I've been following up with the news about immigration in Canada, and a lot of Canadian citizens are worried about migration to their country. They are leaving their countries. And why I'm talking about this topic here? Because me personally, I'm thinking about going live in Canada. And I will explain here 7 reasons because I see a lot of comments people arguing why people are coming here so bad. I hate this country. It's so difficult here. And they are curious to know why immigrants are coming there. So I will explain here 7 reasons why Brazilians are leaving Brazil to going overseas in Canada. For you that is curious about this topic, stay with me until the end of this video, okay? So let's start here for the first reason and one of the most important, less crimes, okay? I understand that you Canadians are facing some troubles with homeless, with crimes. Okay, but come on, that doesn't come even close to Brazil. Okay, Brazil has another whole level of crimes. Obviously, Brazil is very large. We have a lot of safe places here in Brazil, but these safe places generally are the countryside. There are small places that generally is not viable for a Brazilian living there because there are not so much opportunities of working there, of employment there. Generally, the Brazilian people need to concentrate in big metropolis. And big metropolis here in Brazil generally are very unsafe. And not only, you don't see only a bit of homeless in the streets like you see in the Canada. You see wars happening in front of your eyes. Massive shootouts, criminal organizations, okay? It's a whole another level, okay? We have some advertising here. Let me turn this up. So, yes, definitely Canada is in a much better position than Brazil. Second reason here is more purchasing power. I understand that the cost of living in Canada has rising, but if you compare the PIB per capita of a Canadian and compared to Brazil, Brazilian is like $7,000 per year, the PIB per capita, and Canada is like $47,000, almost 10 times higher. And this difference is rising between Brazil and Canada because simply the Canada economy is a lot stronger than the Brazilian. So this difference tends to increase. Okay, so despite the purchase power is declining in Canada, it's happening in all over the world. And the weaker economies suffers a lot more from this than the stronger economies. Obviously, the stronger economies suffers, but the weaker economies suffers a lot more. Number 3, a clean, beautiful, and organized society. Okay. Canada, comparing to Brazil, is a lot more beautiful than I'm talking about not natural beauty, because Brazil is a very when you talk about natural resource here and landscapes, Brazil is very beautiful too, but I'm talking about cities, organization of the cities. When you come here to Brazil, you see a kind of a mess in the streets. House of every color imaginable, wires in the middle of the street. Okay, it's quite a mess. It's not beautiful. Canada is very beautiful. This has a definitely this is important for the mental health. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Number 4, better perspectives for children. Okay, a rich country definitely offers a better perspective for the future, because when we look here in Brazil, the politics, the economy situation, how people think about entrepreneurship. The culture here is not so much to the entrepreneurship. We see the low productivity mindset of people here. You see that the future of Brazil is very clear, okay? Not good perspectives. In terms of production, in terms of capitalism here, not good perspectives. So, in terms of quality of life is a consequence of the economic production. When the economy is strong, has high productivity, generally you have more richness in the society as a whole. You have a more strong currency. All the society becomes more rich. That's not how things here in Brazil happens, okay? Number 5, high standards of living. Canada definitely offers high standards of living. If you have a poor here in Brazil and he comes to Canada and he goes to Canada, he sees a huge difference in his standards of life. A poor here in Brazil cannot even afford the basic rent, the basic food. In Canada, you can have everything, okay? Of this, you don't have here in Brazil, and a little bit more. So, for the poor in Brazil, the immense difference in the standards of living, the difference is huge, is immense. For the medium class here in Brazil, sometimes people don't see a lot of difference, but yes, you have a difference. Because of the organization, the city, a lot more organized, things like this. Okay. Number 6, less corruption in government and society and better laws. Okay. Here in Brazil, corruption is really a huge problem, and I think we are not gonna solve this because it's very cultural thing. I'm not generalizing saying that all Brazilians are corrupt, but the corruption is here in every place you look. There is corruption, not only the government, but the transactions, in the way of act of the people here. So it's a very corrupt mindset Brazilians have. Not a, let me say, a law-based mindset, but a corruption way of act. It's difficult for me to explain this exactly. I'm not generalizing again, okay? Everybody is corrupt, but who wanna do the things right here in Brazil really suffers, because we see here all over and over again people doing things wrong and getting succeed, okay? So it's a very harshful environment for people who wanna do things right, okay? Number 7, and I think is one of the most important, is the best immigration system among rich countries. I'm researching a lot in the immigration laws in other rich countries, but definitely Canada is one of the best systems. Very clear how to immigrate, how to get permanent residence. The other rich countries are really not guaranteed. Are like United States, you go and you don't know if you are gonna get. Obviously in Canada you don't have this guarantee, but it's a lot clearer. And I'd like to finish this video inviting you to don't think negatively about immigrants, because Canada is in a, like me say, the population is aging, okay, is going old. One quarter of the population is above 65 years old. So the immigration is crucial for Canada to grow up. And the immigration in Canada is not quite a mess, let me say like this. Like everybody goes to Canada freely, okay? Canada is relatively protected because it makes frontiers only with the United States. So the geographic localization of Canada is very good. It's not exposed to many frontiers. That's what I'm saying. And Canada puts financial barriers for immigration that qualifies a little bit the kind of immigration that comes to Canada, okay? It's not everybody that can go to Canada. You must have money. You must prove your education in your country, okay? So I think the immigration that's going to Canada is high quality, but I understand that the housing prices is increasing because Canada is not opening doors for construction workers, okay? That is a thing that the government has to think about, opening to construction workers to build more houses more quickly to absorb this demand. But in general terms, I think Canada is really attracting a nice quality of immigration. That's it. Thanks a lot, and if you have any questions, put in the comments. See you.